Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora koutou, katoa, no mai haere mai. Welcome to the show. You're here on Active Live, brought to you by our wonderful friends at NZ On Air Music. And today we have the wonderful crew from 1032. We have Lyle, Rado and Bridget today. Kia ora all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, it's lovely to have you here, especially on this beautiful coffee shop girl tour we've got you on for.
So good.
So good. And welcome to the Active Live room as well. Welcome back to Aotearoa, because this is your first time. This is, forgive me if I'm wrong here, this is your first time back here in a wee while, but you're from here originally.
Yes.
Whereas, is it the first time for both of you being here?
No, actually, we were here about 5 years ago.
2018, we toured as well. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back. Lovely
Thank
to have you
you.
all here. And congratulations as well going to the new single, Coffee Shop Girl. Absolutely beautiful song. Can you tell us a bit about that song, the process behind the single, from conceptualizing it to now touring it through Aotearoa?
This is such a slippery slope, this question.
Starting off with a slippery slope, I love it.
The first time we got asked it, I kind of ran my mouth, and then I was like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have said that much. We went away at the end of 2021 to a farm in the middle of Oxfordshire and retreated for a week with a bunch of food and wine and music equipment, and came back with 16 new tunes, of which Coffee Shop Girl is obviously the first release. And because we were living together, it was kind of like the Big Brother house, you know. It's like we were just all four of us in this space, and the fourth person being our old bass player. And one of us had a crush on the girl at the local coffee shop. So when we were jamming, Lyle had this nifty piano riff that he was rolling around, and Rado started grooving, and then I was like, coffee shop girl, just trying to find a sort of any lyric to jam on, and then it just stuck. So there was not really the initial tune wasn't really about, I guess it kind of was about this person, but then the rest of the lyrics came about 6 months later, so they're kind of unrelated. But the essence of the song is the kind of the beginning of your day with your coffee and I don't know, possibility and. Yeah, I don't know. Someone else weigh in, because I'm in danger of running my mouth again. I'm don't say the thing. Somebody else weigh in on the tune.
Yeah, it's about starting your day with a coffee.
Yes.
You know, the idea of things getting better. It's about hope. Yeah, the possibility for things to improve.
Possibilities, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's mostly it's about whatever people want it to be about, you know? I ballsed up this interview too. Sorry about that.
You haven't at all. Funny enough, you answered my next question, which was, who is the coffee shop girl?
Yeah, no, can't say that.
No.
They don't exist.
I won't ask that
No
one.
comment.
Good to know they're based on a real person. That's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
beautiful. The single's been awesome. It's been so lovely hearing it on air, and it's been so lovely seeing the beautiful animated video
Oh my gosh.
that you released for it too. We were lucky enough to premiere that one. Thank you so much for that. Can you tell us a bit about how that video came together, the animators behind it, and kind of how you conceptualized it aesthetically as well?
Yeah. So first of all, huge shout out to Dane Jacobs and Lanny Booton down in Ōtautahi who did the animation. It's beyond what we could have imagined, I think. We basically had obviously the song, we had to start in a coffee shop, so we filmed the sort of live to air footage at the beginning a couple of months earlier, and we got that sort of the little clip, and also the artwork for the single cover was the three of us sitting in the coffee shop. And then we basically just gave it to Dane with a few bullet points of I don't know, galactic adventures and what else? Like
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yeah, just
Buddy.
we just
our
wanted to give
favorite
them
artists.
just wanted to give them free reign, you know, to sort of it's kind of a whole thing for us, the kaupapa, around the music kind of being its own energy, right? So it was kind of we didn't want to be too prescriptive about what the video was going to be like. We just were it's starting in a coffee shop. Good luck. You know,
Basically.
what can you come up with? And every single time Dane would send us a new clip, or when when he first sent us the images of us as the little avatars, we were like,
Wow.
I was like completely in love. And then when he sent me the one, because my dog is in there as well, my dog Eugene is in the video.
Oh my
And honestly, I almost cried when he sent the little still of me and Eugene like hands me a microphone and I start singing.
I didn't know that was
Oh my
actually
God,
your
it's
dog.
my actual dog.
Oh my god.
I know, be still, my heart.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was just, it just kind of took on a life of its own again, and they smashed it. Like, huge shout out. If you guys are looking for animators, I fully recommend checking out Dane M. Jacobs on Instagram. Go find him, and Lanny Bruton as well. And yeah, they're supporting Aotearoa creative, you know?
I was going to say, I really appreciate that about you as a band as well, because obviously you're from Aotearoa.
Yes.
And I know you've worked with people like Masbo Q, you've worked with
Yeah.
Troy Kingy, you've worked
Look
with
at
a whole
you
bunch
doing
of...
your homework.
Hey,
I
thanks.
love
I've
it.
done a bit of research. I've done the thing. But I love that you highlight and you love to highlight Aotearoa creativity. What is it about this place and the creativity from it that you're drawn to with this project?
You know, without getting too heavy, I feel like in order to build my career as an artist, as a full-time artist, I kind of had to leave, you know? And part of me obviously loves my life abroad and I love all the adventures. I love that I met these two in London. But also, like, part of me is like, man, I wish I could have built that here, you know? So I guess it's a real important part of my kaupapa to, like, send the elevator back down, you know? Always kind of leave things better than I found them. So any opportunity for collaborating with artists abroad and also obviously in Aotearoa to just kind of keep shining the spotlight so everyone just knows how rad everyone is down here. Yeah, it's just kind of part of the thread, I guess. And yeah, I'm not really sure how it just keeps coming back to Aotearoa. I guess, yeah, Masbo Q, he produced our first single, and then obviously, yeah, we had Troy on Seedling, and now working with these animators here. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of just woven into my DNA, I think, to just keep you know, the anchor back in Aotearoa strong. Because we spend so much of our time not here, right? So it's like, yeah, because Lyle's from London, Rado's from Slovakia, and we've all been based in London for, well, forever, but for a long time. And yeah, we've been making music together since 2018. So it's like, yeah, just that idea of like, how can we just keep the kind of alchemy of looking after people and making art together, how we can just keep that evolving.
That's beautiful. I really appreciate that kaupapa and that community spirit that you represent.
Kia ora.
How gorgeous. Kia ora. Now, I want to ask you a bit more about London, but should we have a song first before we do that?
Sure.
Cool. What have we got first up?
We're just going to drop the single.
Hey.
We're just going to drop it like it's hot.
Drop it
Let's
like
go.
it's hot.
That's it.
Beautiful. Looking forward to it. This is Coffee Shop Girl.
Thanks. Got me working
daily. I can see the beacon in your eyes. I've been thinking of you, baby. 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 Say, baby, last time that we had this conversation, I decided we should be friends. Yeah. Said, but now we're going round in circles. Tell me, will this deja vu never end? Said, now you tell me that you've fallen in love. Well, I never ever thought that could be. Yeah. Said, this time you gotta take it easy, throwing far too much emotion at me. I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring. Yes, I swear. And all that I want from you is a promise you will be there, baby. Said, baby, baby, I want you better these days, Said, I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring. Yes, I swear, I give you everything, and all that I want from you is a promise you will be there. I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring. Yes, I swear, yes, I swear. And all that I want from you is a promise you will be there.
Ooh, just beautiful. Gosh, it's so cool hearing that in the flesh. Thank you so much, team.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
you.
That was Coffee Shop Girl. We have 10:32 in the studio with us here for the Active Live, brought to you by NZDT Music. Thank you so much for being here, team, as we were saying. I know we were talking about London before we had that beautiful track there. Now, I know you all moved to London. You're obviously from London yourself, there, Lau. But can you tell us how you came together as a band in London?
Yeah.
I had been touring with another UK band for a few years, and I was based in Birmingham. And I basically left that band in a blaze of glory and decided to move back to London and start a new project. So, I came back at the beginning of 2018 and was like, right, jam nights, live music, everything I can find, I'm going to like find my band, basically. So we started, sorry, this sounds a bit hot. We'll, just Lyle was playing keys for an artist, and I was singing backing vocals for the artist that was playing after her. Rado knew our old bass player, and when we were like looking for a bass player and having a drummer, sorry, we weren't looking for a bass player, we were looking for a drummer. We were recording some demos, and basically, Rado came in and recorded with us, and we hadn't even recorded or played together before. You can talk.
Yeah, well, hello.
I need to stop talking so much.
I met Lyle in the studio basically.
Yeah.
I walked in the studio and Lyle was warming up, and I was like, "Oh, this is serious."
Yeah, none of us knew each other. So you like seem like you'd gone to individual shows of all of ours and found us one by one
Yeah,
until like we were all thrown together in one studio session where we met for the first time.
I was like headhunting my own band. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it happened, really.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
beautiful way to do it. And it must be so interesting because obviously you've all worked in different projects and different genres and, you know, in vastly different kinds of experiences, musically speaking. How did you all come together in the 1032 sound overall? Like, how did you all know how to come together, and how did you know what you wanted to end up creating, sonically speaking?
I don't think we really did. I think that was the beauty of it. Yeah, there's always been so much freedom, and in a way, all of us being such different musicians has meant that it's felt like no one's in each other's way. Everyone just does what they do, and I think our tastes just happened to be really similar, and it's just worked.
Totally.
Yeah, for real. And it's something that I think you can predetermine. You just have to let it happen. And I find it's always been like that with us because everybody's allowed to be themselves without compromise. And we're friends and soul tribe, and music is a byproduct of that, you know?
I'm going to cry.
It's beautiful. I think that's definitely something you can hear in the connection when you make music like what you're making. There's so much joy in it, and I think you can hear that friendship through that joy that's in the
Aw,
music. Do you know what I mean?
That's so good. Thank
It's
you.
beautiful.
We feel it. I mean, that's the thing is it's like the main thing is it just has to feel good, you know? It's hard work being a self-employed artist, especially in London, and it's like when you get to be in this space, it's got to really feel good to just kind of energize you and refill your cup to keep going. So
I can definitely imagine. This question is more for you, Rado and Bridget. What is it like, and can you offer, what are your sort of biggest pieces of advice for people who are looking to move to the UK and make a scene or make themselves a part of the music scene over there?
Yeah. Do you want to say something first? I got lots to say about this. So yeah.
You go ahead, warm it up.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I was at a New Zealand music conference-y thing, I think it was a few years ago, and there was a panel, and I can't remember who it was on the panel, but one of the women was like, you've got to be an active member of your community, and not like in a like door-knocking, like charity kind of way, just in like, you've just got to show up. You just got to like, there's so many opportunities, and here in Aotearoa as well, that you just, you know, it's so easy to be like, oh, could just watch Netflix and order a takeaway. Or like, you know, I can just put on my lipstick and like go down to that jam night, or like go to that workshop, or that, you know, just kind of show up, because it's that real life kind of connecting and alchemy that I think, obviously in this digital world that we're living in, it's great that we can do so much digitally. But when you actually get in the room with people, I don't know, that's when the magic kind of happens for me. So yeah, just show up. And also, I guess, one thing because I did an interview for New Zealand Musician recently, and kind of they highlighted this one little bit on their Instagram. I was like, oh, that's a bit brutal, Bridget. What I said, I was like, oh, that's a bit harsh. But, you know, really be committed to your priority. Like, are you going to London, for example, to travel, or are you going to London to build your creative career? And make sure that you're making the best decisions for your like inner artist to facilitate and nourish that, because it's really easy to just go out on the town and like lose all your money on like food and drinks and, you know, or rent, you know, when you can just move a little further out of the city and like find yourself a nice little bubble to make music or make your art. And yeah, just be really kind of as kind of clear and zen in your kind of reasoning and your own kaupapa, to just keep coming back to that. Sorry, Rado. Do you have anything you want to say?
Wow, the bar is high. Yeah, I mean, it's all about what you want to do, you know, and it's about you as an individual. Like, do you want to be someone that is out there being a hired gun, or do you want to pursue your own art? I don't see them as mutually exclusive. You can do both, and I guess I went there because I was just inspired to get into as much music and creativity as possible. And one thing and advice to my younger self would be, it's okay to say no, and it's okay to actually feel like, yes, I'm in London and there are all these opportunities. I want to go out and make the most out of it, but I want to take care of myself as a human being first, because I'm a human being first and the art is second, but it's mutually intertwined. I feel like these things are so easily forgettable when you're in such a big city as London and you're just going at it, at like 100 miles per hour, and you're just forgetting to take care of yourself. So if you do go to London, have fun, make the most out of the experience, but don't forget to take care of yourself as well. And yeah, I guess cherish the importance of community and tribe, because I think that's a universal thing. Yeah, it's London, but it's the world, right? We're all citizens of this planet, and I feel like finding your people, if you want to stay true to yourself and create something meaningful, it is the key. That are you just there because it's a great opportunity and you're compromising who you are as a person and as an artist, or are you there because you feel good and you feel like you're being admired and celebrated for who you are, and therefore everything else can follow? So that would be my advice. Just make sure that you take care of yourself.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Those are very good pieces of advice. I particularly love the concept of wellness and the human and the music maker sort of being intertwined, but still having to focus on the humanity of that music making entity. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a really important thing that a lot of musicians don't necessarily know how to prioritize.
It's hard to prioritize, though.
It is. It's
this
so
industry
hard.
is wild.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing something that is considered, a for lack of a better word, sort of a dream career. It's something that people want to do and something people strive for. How do you all find managing yourselves and managing your wellness, especially when you're on tour, for instance? Like you're over here on Little Aotearoa. How do you do you have any steps or tricks or anything like that you do to maintain that?
I think being mindful is really important. It's so easy to get swept away, especially on tour when stuff's happening every day. So being able to know where you can take those little moments, even if it's 5 minutes just for yourself, or just to be tuning into how you're actually feeling, can be surprisingly difficult when you've got so much going on. And yeah, it's made a huge difference for me, even if it's like meditating in the morning or having time with a book, or just thinking like, how am I? What do I need?
Yeah, I mean, because it's hard, right? Especially when you're touring, because you don't have like a home base, right? Your home base is changing every day, so it's like, how can you sort of return to yourself? I know you're like an expert at doing that. You're like, guys, I'm gonna do my yoga now. It's like, okay, goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I learned the hard way, but I do have my yoga mat and my running shoes, and we've been jogging with Lyle, and we want to, stay at it. Keep that in check. Take those vitamins in the morning. Vegan food with these
we're all
beauties.
vegan,
Oh
so
my
like
God.
that helps too, because we're like, I've been making smoothies every morning,
Oh yeah.
having like banging breakfasts. Last night Lyle made this epic dinner at the lodge we were staying at. It was just like veg city, but it's like so
Yum.
important, right? Because it's like, it's very easy when you're on the road to just be like, I'll have a pie, I'll have some crisps, I'll have a can of, I don't know, some sort of poisonous soda, and so I think actually this, for me, I have to say, this tour feels like the most nourishing and grounded. I think we're all being really good at taking care of ourselves.
Yep.
It's just good.
That's amazing. Congrats to you guys on that. And I think that is because there is this kind of, the perception, and while it's changing to a degree, there's always been this perception of the sort of sex, drugs and rock and roll lifestyle that you have to lead when you're on tour. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's really awesome that you're respecting yourselves enough to take that time. Congratulations on doing that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
There's definitely elements of that as well, So it's like, again, just making that deliberate decision about what it is that you want to do and feeling okay about, like Rado says, saying no when you need to say no.
Beautiful. I want to ask you a bit more about this specific tour and how it's been so far, but shall we have another song before I do that?
Yeah, go on.
Wonderful. What have we got
Go on.
next?
This is the single actually that we dropped in 2021. It's a collaboration with the wonderful Troy Kingy. Troy isn't here today, and
That's okay. We won't hold it against you. Don't worry.
what are you? Can you sing?
Oh. I do actually love the song a lot. But I'm
Thank
not
you.
gonna sing it
No,
for
I
you
know.
today.
I have to resist trying to sing Troy's verse every time it comes up. So we're just going to give it a go. Yeah?
I'm very excited.
The song is called Seedling. If we wait until tomorrow, we'll be done. We'll be done for when tomorrow doesn't come. If we're waiting for the night to find the sun, we'll be done for, we'll be done. Said if we wait until tomorrow, we'll be done, yeah. We'll be done for when tomorrow doesn't come. If we're waiting for the night to find the sun, we'll be done for, we'll be done. Lyle Barton, folks. If we wait until tomorrow, we'll be done. Yeah. We'll be done for when tomorrow doesn't come. If we're waiting for the night to find the sun, we'll be done for, we'll be done.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, man, it's so cool hearing that live. Oh, my goodness. Thank
Thanks.
you so much. That was honestly one of my sort of top 10 fave songs from 2021. I loved. I played it
Aw.
on repeat. On a personal note, I'll just add that in.
Thank
because I
you.
love it
That's so
much.
great. Thank
Such
you.
a beautiful tune. So you're here playing a wonderful coffee shop tour to celebrate Coffee Shop Girl, the song that you played
Yes.
for us just before. And I know you've had one show in Auckland so far. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're playing 2 coffee shops on the tour, and then we're playing like a bunch of venues as well around the country. So yeah, we had our first show last Sunday at Little Bird up in Tamaki Makaurau. And then this Sunday, we're going to be downstairs.
Hey, right
yeah.
at our neighbours,
Yeah,
People's Coffee.
exactly. We walked past on the way up, and there's like posters with our faces on them as we came in. I was like, "Hey guys, we're famous. It's us." So yeah, that's on Sunday afternoon because the Total Babes at People's Coffee have made like a little custom 1032 coffee bean extravaganza. So so we've got these little bags of coffee with our faces on it, which is like super cute.
That is amazing, because I was going to ask, because you collaborated with a London-based coffee brand on that as well, right?
Yeah,
So amazing you're
yeah.
doing it across 2 different waters.
Well, to be honest, I was like, I don't know if we can like sell. I don't know if we can bring coffee for customs. Like, I didn't know if we could bring coffee here or take coffee back. So I was like, well, we're just gonna have to find 2 roasteries. So yeah, Girls Who Grind, who are based up in Bristol in the UK, they did a batch for us up there, and then yeah, People's Coffee are taking care of business down here in Aotearoa.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, that's so exciting. So you've got the coffee shop tour, or the coffee shop shows that you're playing.
Yes.
You're also playing at Rogue and Vagabond as well.
Yes,
Coming
we are.
back to the Rogue, because I
That's
know
that.
you played there before last time you were here. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? This is going to be my third time, because the first time we did together in 2018, and then we were booked to come back on tour in 2020, but obviously that got cancelled.
The classic.
But the classic. But then in 2021, I did like a duo tour with a local drummer called Jess Hicks. So we played all the 1032 tunes around the country, including at the Rogue. And then so this is round 3 for these tunes at the Rogue and Vagabond on Saturday night, and we've got Mo, etc. She's opening, as well as Laura Louise is DJing for us as well. So it's going to be a tidy little night on Saturday.
That is going to be incredible. We're huge fans of Mo, etc. here at Actors. That's going to be such an awesome show for the Activites to head along to. What is it about Rogue and Vagabond that you love so much? I mean, obviously we love it, but tell us why you love it too.
Yeah, I think they're just really good at like looking after musicians, like it's there's such a buzz there. I think Maeli Manzanza, who's a Kiwi drummer who's based in London as well. Like I saw him post on his Instagram a little while ago. I was like, oh look, Maeli's at the Rogue as well. So and our friend Wallace as well. She plays there quite a lot. So it's just, I don't know, it's kind of become this little anchor in Wellington for us. It's there's good music, and I think who did sound for us the first time? Zook, from Kita. He did sound for us the first Ed. He did sound for us on the first tour. So straight away he's a legend, right? And so I was like, okay, well.
All of those names they were all absolute legends. That's so cool. And obviously the Rogue is such a sort of jazz orientated scene there too, which is really cool.
Good music spaces. They're so important.
They really are.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask you about that because you've played big festivals, you played big venues, you played like some amazing different spaces in the past. What do you like best about performing in sort of more intimate venues like the ones you're performing in this tour?
Personally for me, I like being able to see people's faces. I like being able to see people smiling and singing along. Sometimes if I'm feeling really emotional, I'll like hold someone's hand or whatever. Because that's what it's all about, right? For me, sorry guys, I'll get my spiel out and then you guys can offer your opinions. But the whole reason why I do this is it's that element of communion. It's like I think we're living in a very detached and disconnected way globally, and I feel like moments like being in a live music space or other sort of situations where we're all together and we're all like pulled into the present moment to like be together. That communion is a huge part of why I do what I do. So being able to like see people is really special and important, I think, because it's very easy to just be like la 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 into the dark void. So yeah, that's my answer. I don't know if that's probably pretty much the same for you, I imagine, Rado.
Yeah, you basically nailed it. But having that like intimacy where you really feel the crowd, you really feel the room, you can hear people breathe and sneeze or whatever it is, just little things you can really feel they're there with you. Yeah. I think it's my favorite personally. Yeah.
Amazing.
Anything to add?
No, that's it. Like you said, there's a difference. Like with a festival stage, you really feel the distance between you and the crowd. But of course, when you're in a venue and you're there afterwards as well,
that's it too. You get to chat to people.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it feels like you're much more part of the whole night rather than performer than leaving.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a beautiful way of putting it. It's a really interesting separation that between audience and performer, and kind of democratizing that space is a really important tool, I think, for musicians, particularly intimate music like the music you make. I think that's a really cool thing to do for people.
Yeah,
so thank you for booking things the way you have.
Oh, thanks. I mean, don't get me wrong. We love the big raging parties on the festival stages as well.
Fun too.
It's a different kind of energy, So
Definitely. And now for my final question today, because I could talk to you all until the cows come home, but for my final question today, what do you hope people take away from these shows, speaking of the audience?
Ooh, that's a big one. It's really important for me to be able to try and empower and inspire people to feel a little lighter and feel, you know, especially in these catastrophic times that we're navigating politically, environmentally, you know, socially in a lot of ways. It's really intrinsic to me that these moments that we get together really allow people to walk away feeling a little lighter in spirit, but maybe a little bit like more grounded in their like intention or like how they're moving through the world. A lot of my lyrics especially are about revolution or like, you know, about just kind of showing up and just, you know, seeing what we can achieve if we work together. So being live in front of people is a really nice way to just be like, see, look what we can do. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has anything else to add to that.
That's spot on. Yeah.
Thanks, Lyle.
Agreed.
We're so in tune with
my
each other.
gosh, so in sync. Oh, that is just beautiful. And people can catch beautiful in sync performances when you perform at Rogue and Vagabond on Saturday night, the 11th of
Yes.
March, and also on the 12th of March at the wonderful People's Coffee downstairs in Luke's Lane.
Yes.
What is the final track we've got today?
Yeah, this is a single of our last EP called Equus Animus. The song is called Meet Me, and the artwork actually is really cool. One of Rado's friends in Slovakia did this amazing artwork for it. So I please encourage you to, first of all, find us on all of the things and drop us a line and stay in touch. But also, yeah, to seek out the artwork for this single cover for Meet Me, because it's really special. Yeah, lads, shall we do it?
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Thank you
Let's
so
go.
much for being here, team, as well. It's been so lovely having you in the Active Live room today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Love came and met me on the side of the road when I tried to ask
through you, flying high and Freddy voodoo. Can you feel the mystic wonder? Can you see the spell I'm under? Let moving through your system, flying high and Freddy rhythm. Step on, step up to it. All you gotta do is do it, yeah, yeah. You gotta do it, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you know, you're looking so good, you're looking so fine. See, I can tell by the way that you're looking in my eyes, sweet one, yeah, sweet one, yeah. I got the wandering eye, yeah. I got the wandering eye. I got the wandering eye. I got the wandering eye. Yeah. 'Cause you know, you're looking so good. You're looking so fine. Yeah. See, I can tell by the way that you're looking in my eyes, sweet one, yeah, sweet one, yeah. I got the wandering eye, yeah. I got the wandering eye. Ooh, I got the wandering eye. I got the wandering eye, yeah. Got the wandering eye. I got the wandering eye. I got the wandering eye. I got the wandering
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.